As viewers, this is satellite media. We are live on satellite media, looking at what is happening in Nigeria, specifically with the issue of the planned protests. We understand that whether to see whether they can, students, particularly the youths, who have decided to file out on the streets to protest against what called hardship. And the government, through the Minister of Information and National Orientation, that currently there is a rice that is being sold 50% of the price and being sold specific productions across the country. It is being for 40 naira. Sorry, 40 then we have the issue that the government that they are dealing with the issue, they have dealt with the issue of student loan. As such, the president is telling Nigerians that there is no need for protest at this point. But we want to start bringing in our reviewers to start doing justice to this. You guys have your view. Good morning, sir. Just get your view. The president is saying Nigeria is saying the attention and we are giving a 20. That is yes.
Well, it's just food to eat. For me, we have not seen anything in this area. We have not benefited anything from the government. I don't know where they kept the food. I mean, we used to hear of send it this, send it that, send it that this. We have not seen anything. So I don't know where the food is, whether it's with the state government or I don't know. We don't know. People are really hungry. All this issue of send this, have done the people that are in need of this thing. So all these palliative they are talking about, I have not had anybody, people that I know, I've not had anybody telling me that he or she has benefited from this so-called palliative from the government, whether food, whether this. I have not seen anybody telling me. I myself, I've not benefited from this thing, and I don't think this is the best way to to help the masses. This is not the best way. No, the best way is to do the right thing, the right time, put infrastructure in place, let the inflation comes down, let the job opportunity be there for the youth, let the private sector come in, let the security of life and property be guaranteed. These are things that will make the economy to be okay. Not all these palliative here and there be hijacked by some few individuals. We are in Nigeria. Government maybe might have sent some things to some group of persons or to some state, but this thing has been hijacked by few individuals. That's what we are facing in Nigeria.
So talk to us about what is going on about student loan that is addressing the concern of the youth. So that a lot of the place to persuade youth from not joining the protest.
Well, student loan is a thing entirely. I mean, it's a good something idea. It's a welcome development, but student loan cannot solve. We have a lot of issues in the country. Student loan cannot solve the whole issue. So we should not think that maybe because there's student loan that we should not do other things. It should go alongside with other things, with economy. We are talking about economy and security. Student loan is not even part of the just to help the students, just to help the people, student in public institution. Let's say private and state and federal institution of higher learning. And what about other sectors of the economy? Can we now, because we have given the student loan of God, we should forget about other things? No, student loan should go alongside with other things. Just like the legislators, sorry, the president and collect salary, they are also benefiting from allowance, this allowance, wardrobe allowance, this allowance. So student loan should also, as far as the students are benefiting from this loan, it should also go, it should with other things. other things that can help the economy to boost the economy, that can boost the economy, that can create job, so that when the students that are borrowing money today finish school, so that they can be guaranteed of job opportunities in the labor market. Not that when you finish school today, you collect loan from the government, there's no job for you, there's nothing, you'll be roaming about the sea, you become a miscreant to the society. It's not done like that. It should be carried alongside with the economy. The president should rejuvenate the economy, should buy the economy, so that when people finish school, then the students that are going to school, when they finish school, there will be job opportunity for them. That's what we are talking about.
Okay, finally, talk to us about Onanuga asking Obi to emulate to call.
Well, Onanuga is in Nigeria. Is in Nigeria. P2B is in Nigeria. You are in Nigeria. I'm in Nigeria. Nobody has any right to tell who and when to lead the protest. If Obi wishes to do so, it's his own fundamental right. Nobody can stop him. Nobody can. Nobody can stop him. I mean, you should not be directly sitting there. He's enjoying from the government today. Tomorrow, you will not be there. You will not be there forever. You don't be directing people what to do. He has his own rights, fundamental right. Obi has his own fundamental right. Obi can decide to lead the protest. Obi can decide not to lead the protest. It's none of his business. He should face the business of the day. We have so many issues at hand. You should not be so focused on Obi. Obi is not the problem of Nigeria as of today. The price of rice, the price of garri is not caused by Obi. The insecurity is not caused by Obi. So why is it so focused on Obi? Obi is not our problem as far as I'm concerned. The problem we have today is problem of insecurity, hunger, unemployment, inflation. Onanuga should tell the president what is at hand. Obi is not the issue at hand. If Obi wishes to protest, he should protest. It's his own right. He should not be forced to do so.
Thank you very much. Okay, started my let us have Mr. Tinubu to talk about what is trending this morning. Mr. Tinubu.
Good morning, viewers. Thank you for coming around this morning. We are just few days to the countdown. It has begun anyway. Some said from the news making round. We have seen a development in Niger State, in Bayelsa, in Port Harcourt, and in Abuja. So it's steaming already. The protest is steaming. Thank you for having me, and good morning to everyone, wherever you're watching us from. Keep a date always as we give you, news beats on the development surrounding the hashtag end bad government in Nigeria. The protesters are very clear, resolve go on to get government attention to the plight of so many Nigerians who are biting hunger, or hunger is biting them. Let me just put it that way. So that's the way it is. But currently now we are getting a development that in Abuja currently now we are the FCT minister talking about Nyesom Wike came out and made it very clearly to the whole world that nobody will be tolerated in, and of course in Abuja within the seat of power for fear of of the unknown. And also that he's not going to release for the usage of the Ego Square for the protesters. And about him that Ego Square is not his father's property or his personal property. It's a public facility, and they have right to use it any time, any day they wish. Since they have written him, he has not responded. He's taking different dimensions from reports we are getting across the 36 states of the Federation, telling you that Nigerians may be uncertainty at the end of the day. There has been a marathon meeting from one place to another. We have seen the one conducted by the Senate President. We have seen the one the President and other ministers went into closed-door meeting and serious deliberation. There has been a kind of exchange of hot words, among ministers, as been reported by some media, telling you that, all is not currently well in Aso Rock. The issue of this protest might have gone a long way, to a kind of destabilize or put Aso Rock in guilt, because it looks like the protest is going to be seen to have the purpose of which it is being uh, you know um, conveyed. Let me put it that way. But let me give you the latest development coming from Niger State. In Niger State currently now, people, they're moving on in a board that has the picture of vice president and the president himself.
I don't think that is what we hope to see.
Yeah, of course, you cannot rule it out because from there, the point we are making around, even on all the news platforms around the world, everybody is about protest. Everybody is about hunger. Everywhere is hunger, hunger. There's nothing you hear again in the mouth of Nigerians apart from hunger. So it's a serious thing. So to an extent, I think it's going to towards that dimension, that direction, where they don't want to see any picture that houses, only people that houses Tinubu and the vice president. Anywhere, any day, they are bringing it down and are showing reservation against.
But wait, let us correct one impression here. Let us check it. Because Section 40 of 1999 Constitution as amended is very clear. It gives Nigerians the right of peaceful protest. That does not empower anybody to take laws into his hands or resort to wanton destruction of lives and property. But let me quickly use the opportunity to react to someone here who have said that this may not get the result of Kenya. Let me quickly say that no for violence in Nigeria. Nobody is calling for wanton destruction of lives and property. Let us know protesters start ourselves. Celebrations are there, tell us for people who are protesting, and the life of those who may not want to protest is actually.
We will not take that from anybody because one, the army and the police, an offshoot of the federal government, it looks like they are taking side already. Mention that you see force which will backfire, and that is where starts from. Using support and let them know that allow the protesters that to free expression of whatever the way they want to go about the protest. Maybe free expression. Let people go about and share some of those things. They are it's more as infrastructure facility. I keep on saying it. What we are talking about, this we have seen it happen in the past. We have seen countries, being transformed as a result of protest. The one that is tagged with hunger, might go with food at the end of the day because they said that a hungry man is an angry man. So we cannot take that away. Even the independency, as I'm talking to you now, there is hunger also in Asuro.
Okay, now you just mentioned that a hungry man is an angry man. Presidency through, or rather the federal government through the ministry and minister of information and national are come out to say that trucks of food are going to states, and that currently there's a rice that is being sold 50% of the instead of 80,000, they're being sold for 40,000. That the strategic sense of all this is being done. We made mention of the government in the starting the student loan with this address.
No, what he's trying to engage himself into now. It looks like it gives you a certain impression, a certain image about the presidency. It gives you a certain image about Asurok. It tells you, that Asurok presently, as it's been put together, looks as if being run by mediocrity, or no, like they're being run by people who, I don't know how to put it. This is an exalted position, for God's sake. We are talking about the seat of the presidency. We should be able to see some level of sophistication in terms of approach, in terms of management, in terms of information, in terms of emergency solutions to issues. coming up with 40 bags of rice or thereabout.
No, but the rice is being sold for 40,000 instead of 80,000. No, I'm trying to bring the information from the government.
The thing is, you see, this action Tinubu is coming up with, people will see him as somebody, who is just being, who is just bastardizing the entire presidency, bastardizing that executive position, making mockery of that executive position. We're talking about the presidency. How can you just come out and say 2 bags of rice or 1 bag of rice? Well, who is going to benefit from it? This is just something that can normally anger any sensible, reasonable people who understand the should be read out so that people can say, okay, it's like that. All this kind of 2 bags of rice in one location, 1 bag of rice in one location. What does that solve? We are talking of, emergency, short-term and long-term plans that can, cushion the effect of where we find at this point in time, which was, the making of APC government, starting from the days of Buhari till this day. So people felt that Tinubu's coming in as a Democrat or as a progressive. Let me just give him that credit, because I know he is not. And that was why there was so many reservations about his. For him to come out and say nobody voted for him, is that he bought his way to the presidency. These are the consequences of the calamities we are having today. And he has to respond to it, because it is his responsibility to face the calamity that's already breeding his bad policies.
I think we shall have to give us insight on the letter bringing analysis. You are concerned. Sir.
Good morning.
You are Mr.
I'm Imaago.
Imahago.
Yes.
Okay. We are trying to get people's view with respect to what they think about current situation in Nigeria, particularly the issue of the protest. The government that has right it's so not anything like that.
Yes. You said how many trucks?
They say 20 trucks to East State.
20 trucks, 600 bags times 20. That is how many, please?
No, they say 20 trucks
20
per
trucks.
East State.
600 bags times 20. How many bags is that?
That is about I cannot do the arithmetic.
No, come back.
I say I will do the
I
arithmetic.
said 600 bags makes a truck.
Based on the size of this truck,
No. You're talking about truck, which is 10 kg. 30 tons of trailer.
and not the size of the rice.
No, that is what they have in stock, because that is what they use in their measurement. So if you are using 20 or 200 trucks, Abi,
20 trucks.
very funny. 20 trucks per state. So you multiply
I'm looking about 10,000, about 10,000, about 12,000 or so.
12,000 bags in a state. If you give Lagos 12,000 bags of rice, it will not go to anywhere. When they want to do election, they will give you rice. They want to do campaign, they will give you rice. Is rice our table food? Let me answer that question. There are no Liberians that eat rice. Rice is not our table food. Why talking about giving us 20 bags of rice? That is meaningless to me, to quench our hunger. Now, with the present situation on demonstrations, yes, we have right. Nigerians have the right to demonstrate rightfully, where there will be no violence. And people that are clamoring for these demonstrations are not politicians. Politicians will only want to bring in their head to feel that they they are the one that has mobilizing the masses. They are not the one that are mobilizing the masses, because all politicians are in one constituency. Name them in different political parties. They are in one constituency, while the masses are in a different constituency. Now, if the masses now wants to come up, they should not attack it to any politicians. Because if they attack it to any politicians, they still wants to buy our conscience with bags of rice. The need there is, when Liberians went on rally, same rice that brought their war. Why do we now talk about protests and you say you give them rice? Is the rice going to appease them? Will that rice solve their problem? Let us gather ourselves together and tell the government through protests, this is what we want. This is how we want the country to go about. This is how we want to be tightened. Because it's not, our relationship as a nation is not cordial, in the sense that the Southwest will always tell you that is their man, let him be there. The East will tell you, Obi, let Obi be there. The North will tell you, let Atiku be there. That is not what we are going for. That is not the protest, because they are all senators. Those senators, federal house, that were favored to be elected, when they get here, are they there to salvage the masses? They are there for their own benefits. You can see when they, with their salaries, all equal. You don't say because you are a PCC, let me give you this, or you are this. No, they are in this own constituency. So what we are talking about is, this battle is between the politicians and the masses. So don't let us now view that a politician is backing the protest. No, if you put it that way, the protest will be hijacked. They will favor some people. When you are given an appointment, you come here to give this news and do this and do that. If you are given an appointment in Aso Rock now, you will not come out here and start telling us all this. You will not come out. You will go to their line.
You cannot. You cannot know me.
Oh, press. Our press. What is the outcome of our press from day one? They will talk. You will know your master's rules and regulations.
There's an option of resignation.
When you are appointed for a purpose, that is why you are here, so that you will be noticed. Once you are noticed and they give an appointment, you will not take that pain to say this and that. You will cajole some group of people to be loyal with you. Those that have been listening to you, you will give them contracts. You will know their telephone number. That is our problem in this country.
But there's an option for resignation.
Your resignation, why they are not accepting it in the first place?
No, when it contravenes one's the value we share as a people, the position of the land, there's no resignation.
Isaiah 2013 said, the word of their mouth seems to praise God with their lips, but their heart, deep down in their heart, they don't come close to God. Yes, you were saying there's time for resignation. Your effort is how you will make your way successful. So, standing here every day, you are not standing for others. You are standing for your own thing. Not like the military man who will stand for the nation under sun, south the land, on the air, on the sea. And when they are killed, nothing is heard about them.
But before you pass judgment on an individual, you would have known that person better.
The individual were talking about Nigerians that want to live like people lives in a poor house.
But sir, before I let you go, I want to bring one analogy.
Yes.
The Bible says, and as some number, nation and Nigerians how to work for the kingdom. It means that person that we have it's
Actually, you're giving a point there. Your resignation in this place. If you have a conscience, you will not accept the offer. Because once you accept the offer, you must toe to the line, the rules and regulations of that appointment. God said, if you want to worship me, you must worship me in spirit and in truth. Those people that you're talking about now, the nation for the Lord, dressed in the white, and who have gone through fire, who have been refined through fire. You know, now you are being refined through fire to join the ministry. You can manage any situation. You are need you are need to question the falsehood. And the falsehood. Our great grandfather consulted how we are going to live together. Tribalism, nepotism, all these things are in our mind. That we are Nigerians. What makes us Nigeria? What is the core spirit that makes Nigerian citizen? When our heart is somewhere, when our mind is somewhere, and the Lord said we must worship. If you want to become a true Nigeria, you must be Nigeria with all your mind, your might, and your strength. But we are not doing this. You are not doing this. We are looking for what we will eat to make us live like that. Once you not live like that, you make you God. Yes.
okay, sir. I think because of our time,
Yes.
we will let us allow you to go, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. We hope to have you next time, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Mr. Riwa, let me bring in the best post. I'm bringing you in is Onanuga. The spokesman have challenged who is the candidate of 2023 presidential election. Yes. Emulate Tinubu.
In a normal people like Onanuga should not be taken seriously because the same Onanuga that is saying that Peter Obi wants to destroy Nigeria is the one that is fueling the protest. So that means truly, so Tinubu is the one that has been leading protests all year. That means truly, Tinubu was the person that was leading that hiding on that. You see now, and I'm happy that Nigerians are beginning to see that we are not free anymore. Nigerians are beginning to see that these people are Nigerians are hungry. Something, then calm down. Ordinarily, you are meant to be the spokesperson of the president. When did now become Obi?
So what he's saying, he said, since Obi has not come out openly to Trump stay behind the scene, she come out and lead.
Under him, the shot. You hear any gunshot? That is why a man has a disposition to peace. Jonathan was a peaceful man. That disposition in him was peaceful. That's why I didn't hear any violent attacks under general protest. Can I compare Jonathan to Buhari's time? What happened at Lekki? Even today, they are denying it. Now compared to this one now, at the headline now that there's massive deployment of soldiers. Are we fighting massive deployment for what? For what exactly? Are we fighting war? Are we in a war situation? That there is a massive deployment of police and everything. That ordinarily in a war, we've seen bandits taking over some places in the north. Where is that strength? Where is that motivation to deploy soldiers to the north? Whether you are deploying soldiers to disperse peaceful protesters or to guide them, I don't know. So like, see, until these people know, and I keep telling Nigerians, until you have that wisdom to know that who want to the election, then you are going to have peace. If everyone should be about Obi, that means something about Obi that I know, I don't know. You understand? They've seen it yesterday. A national an imam said that Tinubu told national the president money, and imam, maybe I'll have to bring his name out now. He said that Tinubu told that when they met last week in as well, that I bought presidential presidency. So the man can come and go if they've been this by this time, but we know what we know. Sheikh Bello Yabo is his name. He said he's a sheikh in the north. Said Tinubu said told national rulers when they see that I bought the presidency with my money. Then if a man can say according to the sheikh, if Tinubu has said this thing, they don't expect anything to come out. Forget it. So the focus to be on Peter Obi. They know that ordinarily it will be transferred. Like Nigerians will not be crying today. Guys who have been on the seat. And the Bible says that if the wicked man is on the throne, that's when they are born the president with the money, anything positive. Expect more name. Expect people now to be mentioning Obi. Obi is a distraction. Obi is the name that you call that they know that Nigeria listen to this. If you say I want to lead the protest, it is finished. Forget it. He's the most influential politician now in Nigeria. He's the most celebrated, he's the most followed. But if it has space, you see the people that are listening to it. If you tweet, nobody, no politician. If you tweet, look at the tweet, you see the direction. Even so, you know why Obi the amount just the citizens from ordinarily what how don't people know? They know it. It's only because of hunger. It's only because of inflation. Because of this motor now, beggar is 300. It's only because it is the people that are suffering. Go and leave your protest by yourself. If you are suffering, you cannot afford better motor, you are taking to beggar. Go and leave your protest, not Obi. Obi is okay. So it is people that are suffering. It's not a political protest. It's supposed to be a protest of hunger. A big power is the protest. So they are hungry. Go and face people that have put you in this penury, in this poverty, and has cost you that your money is as useless. I give myself I said before, this is 1,000. This is 1,000 naira. This money for the 10,000 naira, the 1,000 naira under Jonathan now is the value of 10,000 naira now. In 2014, this 1,000 naira, what it can buy you is what it can buy you now today. You know what I mean? So it's as simple as that. So they should Onanuga should know that Peter Obi is a peaceful person. Peter Obi wants the best of this nation. Peter Obi will not sit there and be playing politics with human life. You understand? Like I said, it's someone like Jonathan. They will say, oh, they are weak. They are not weak. A weak man wants the best for his nation. But the strong men that hijack power, okay, what have they done with the power? That should be the question.
Let us look at the intervention of the presidency or rather federal government that is coming from the office and the Minister of Information and National Orientation, saying that currently there's a rise to the 50% of the cost price. And instead of 80,000 is being sold for 50,000, and that the energy centers in the states. And again, the state have already distributed 20 prices, and that these are people should be patient with the federal.
So there is rice to be rice to be transported from different states. So rice can go as far as you are selling it 80,000. You see, that is the wickedness of our politicians.
It's subsidized.
So they can subsidize this for a long time. They've not been subsidizing it, and they are now waiting for the city to die. Some people are dead. See, like some people are working in Lagos, but they are dead already. Dead man working because there's nothing. A man that has not eaten since yesterday, let alone today, and I don't know what to go to eat in the afternoon. That one's already a dead person. There are many dead people working in Lagos. They are dead already, but they don't know. So you wait for people to die. You wait for people to be oppressed, to be depressed before you now begin intervention. This intervention should have come at as at the moment you remove fuel subsidy, that you knew that people are going to suffer the consequences. You should have bring this intervention. Not now. Is it too late? I don't know. But again, is it a real intervention or a political intervention? And if people say no, okay, I'm no longer protesting. Are you still going to let this thing stay?
That's sustainable. Yes. It is limited in supply.
That's the problem. So, like I see, I know I always tell you, our politicians, they know the right thing to do, but they will not do it. They want people to suffer and beg for good governance, so as we want to use them in the next election or the subsequent elections to come. But poverty, like I always tell you, poverty is intentional. When you make them poor to the extent that they don't have anywhere to go, you're going to trample upon them and mash them. Let me give you an example. Like I always say, if you take a chicken, a live chicken, you put inside a house, a cage, no, a house that it cannot fly anywhere, it cannot run anywhere, and you are pulling the feathers of this chicken one by one, you are going to see the agony in the chicken, the pain as well, because it's alive. You are pulling the feathers. Now, after pulling the feathers of the chicken is wandering about in pains, in agony. The place you are sitting down, if you put a corn there, that same chicken that is in pain will come back to eat the corn. That's how Nigerian politicians are treating Nigeria. You deliberately make them to suffer. But when election time comes, you give them 5,000 naira, ewedu, amala, gbegiri, rice, indomie, spaghetti, all those nonsense. They will still come out to vote for their oppressors because you have made them poor intentionally, and they have nowhere to go. So it is it is deliberate. A man that's supporting APC now, that's talking nonsense now, he say he's hungry. You will always be hungry because you know the right thing to do, but you're not going to do it because of tribalism and religion that has been put in our politics, which is very, very bad. We call ourselves one country, one nation. How can we go forward when there's a deliberate attempt to divide the people with tribe and religion by politicians? When there's a deliberate attempt to make sure that the people are poor, they have nowhere to go, and you got to use them. But your children are like I said yesterday, school is not a scam. Nigerian school is a scam, but schooling is not a scam. Nigerian school is a scam because you look at the curriculum of 1980 of 1990s, it's still in 2024. But their own children are outside. They are schooling at the best schools abroad.
Current trend of things.
And they'll now come back again to be either a minister, commissioner, a senator, House of members. When are the citizens going to leave? When are they going to emancipate from slavery? Which is, like I always say, it is intentional too. The Nigerians are enslaved, they are enslaved. The Nigerians are in chain, the Nigerians are in suffering, in poverty, the Nigerians are suffering. These things are intentional. The leaders, they can do it, but the question is, are they going to do it? That should always be on our mindset. They can do it, they know what to do. Are they going to do it? To me, Pastor, the answer is no. If they make the people, if they give them good education, they make sure that poverty is eradicated, people will vote for their conscience. But they must make sure that people are suffering as to continue to use them and play on their intelligence.
Thank you very much, Mr. and the obedient spokesman in this business. Let us have Mr. Mike.
Good morning.
Okay, I want to quickly get a reaction. The presidency, through the office of the Minister of Information and National Orientation, have told Nigerians that federal government is already bringing immediate intervention. As part of it, he said there is currently there is being sold 50% of the cost price instead of 80,000, it's sold for 40,000, and that there is two, sorry, 20 trucks of food distributed to each states. As such, that Nigeria should be patient.
All this cosmetic approach won't do much. For me, I think the federal government has wasted a lot of time in addressing the pains of Nigerians. Uh, Now, just as the present administration came on board and subsidy was taken out of petroleum products, everything skyrocketed. We are talking about over a year ago now, and the pain started just immediately after subsidy was removed. So, why must we wait until people are beginning to plan a massive protest? Why must we wait for some of these threats that we are hearing now for you to start addressing the pains of Nigeria? So, for me, all this approach won't do much. 50% of where the question is, where is the rice as we speak? Where
You
is
say
where
it's
is
being
that?
sold in strategic locations. I don't know whether you have seen where it's being sold.
Strategic location where? Strategic location, is that the name of a place?
I'm trying to quote the Ministry of Information.
I got pastor, but strategic location where? These are things that you can hardly see anywhere. I mean, it's just unfortunate that we are still talking about uh, selling rice at subsidized rate when people are not in IDP camps. That is not really what Nigerian wants. Just put the economic right. Get right the economic uh, template. Let the system work and all of that. And I think Nigerians, they are hardworking people. They know what to do to put food on their tables. It's not about treating them as if they are in the refugee camp. It's unfortunate, Pastor.
We're gonna talk to us about the statement that came from Onanuga, talking about the president's spokesman challenging Obi, one of the presidential candidate of the presidential election, that Obi should emulate Tinubu.
Too much of their attention. For me, I don't want to. Ebayo Onanuga is simply doing his job. That is his job. To launch the image of his principal, to launder the image of the present administration, and he's doing that to the best of his ability. He is doing his job. Whether the government is going into the ditch or not, will tell you that everything is correct. So that's his job. Have to defend the government, whether it makes sense to anybody or not. He just have to defend the government. So the bank and forth between himself and Obi has a way of replying as such. Most of the time, it will be subtle, but it will be done. So for me, I don't want to waste my time with what Bayo Onanuga says. Onanuga has a job to do, and he's doing just that.
Okay, if we were to advise Nigerians saying that there is 2 days to go, and we know the resolve of federal government, as I said, if you are now, these human rights activists, yes, I see the IG to provide security for those that the protesters should be protected by this. Now,
Yeah, for everyone that has resolved to participate in uh, the protests, which is a right, it is not a privilege. Government is not doing anything. World, if such, government should not be applauded for allowing such. It is a right and it must be enforced, as we see in developed climes. So, security agencies are meant to give cover to protest. That's the way it's been done so that it's not hijacked, as they have always talked about, so that it doesn't get out of hand. That is why security agencies must be on ground to ensure that it remains peaceful. What is important in a protest uh, is not about burning down the country. For me, I think it's about making your voice heard, uh, making placing your demands on your leaders, and making them know that we put you there to address this issue. Don't forget, our constitution is clear that uh, the security and the welfare of the people shall be the primary responsibility. So if you fail in a primary course, where are you going to? So your legitimacy as dedicated on that, on the fact that you are able to make those deliveries available for the people. So that is what uh, uh, should we should ensure that you are in office. That is what guarantees that you get back to the office, as long as all that you sworn to uphold in the constitution, you are sworn in by the constitution, and that is part of what the constitution says, that the welfare and the security of the people shall be the primary thing while you are there. So you must listen to the people. You must hearken to their cry, and that is the way to go.
I think I must say, thank you very much. We are actually looking at what is happening. We are going to meet other reviewers who will be giving us their own insight about what their thoughts are, or rather is, with respect to the proposed nationwide protest. You understand that Nigerians across the board have said that yes, this is a legitimate right that they must protest. It's irrespective of what the government is saying. It's irrespective of what any individual is saying. Protest is a legitimate right of citizens drawing attention of government to any area they feel dissatisfied with the government policies and program. We understand that the government, through the office of the Minister of International Orientation, have come out clearly to say that yes, the government is coming out to do some intervention, and that the intervention have started. They mentioned the issue that has to do with the government student loan. They mentioned the issue that has to do with the rice that is being sold at 50% of the price. But the issue is, protest is a legitimate means of citizens drawing attention of government to any area they feel dissatisfied with the government programs and policies. And I think the government have acknowledged this. We understand that the Ajo police have responded to the human rights activists. I'm talking about Ade Borua, who have written IG demanding that the protesters should be protected. And the police are giving order to the police formations across the country to provide security for those who will be protesting. And in the coming days, if the protest is actually going to take place, we hope that the police will heed the directive and provide protection. Mr. You are welcome, sir. And today, Ajo police.
Hey, in your house now, you keep fish for your house, and you tell rat to secure your fish. If you come back, can you see your fish?
You have eaten it.
This question, I didn't say.
Definitely, the right to eat it up.
You know that when fella African channel sing music, you want use what they call this Yoruba security. Local security, vigilante, that's their vigilante.
You see,
African channel say, if I say oh ECP, another man says, you sabi. Are you understand me? Now, Nigeria police said that they will
provide security
provide security
for protesters.
for protesters. For how many days? Then check it. And then, to me, I didn't trust Nigeria security, Nigeria police. What the Nigeria youth will do that when you are doing your protester, one eye, 1.5 eye open, the little eye close. That you are using 1.5 and watching Nigeria security. We not trust them. We not trust them. Do you know how many problem Nigeria security that cause the city of Nigerians? Time of NSAT, what happened? That's why we said that we don't trust them. And those people, there are people that are shouting since how many days, how many weeks, so nobody will come outside to protest.
Okay, now talk to us about the presidential spokesman, Onanuga, asking Obi to come out and lead the protest because since Obi have openly supported protest, he's saying that Tinubu in the past led protests.
Onanuga to tell Peter Obi to lead the protest. To me, I see it as a dangerous act when Tinubu is the first protester. Always come outside to protest for Nigeria. And the Peter Obi is the level, how can I put it? The two of them is a different party. The person that challenged Mr. President after election. Now for Peter Obi to come outside to lead that protest, to me, I see to Peter Obi to danger his life because the APC party, the cabal of Nigeria, will see Peter Obi as the worst enemy they have.
Now, there's another area I want to
Number one, that before this protest want to start, they already announced to the whole Igbo land and the Igbos that stay in a different state of Nigeria that come outside for this protest. Are you getting me? And IG of police said that to come outside, they will protect those Igbos. You see that 95% of when Igbo will come outside to come and protest, the enemy can have the opportunity to because it's our prime minister. It's our prime minister. Is somebody can tell us what to do or what we cannot do. Bible says obey is more sacrifice.
obedience is better than sacrifice.
Oyibo is not our language. In fact, don't be annoyed. Now, America is a prime minister. Then is now it started on 31st. Sit at home. We did 31st and first, second is break, and third. Are you getting? Is people say that to your first mistake. Don't allow that thing to repeat again. What is going on in Nigeria here? All eyes focus in Igbo man. Are you getting me? Because Igbo, there are people that control resources in Nigeria. Whatever that happen, they will target Igbo man properties for different nations, different states. Now, so you want to go back for square one, the best thing, sit at home. Use your phone or use your radio or use your small phone or use your television and watch what is going on in Nigeria. It's not that we are not passing the same hardship everybody's passing. We are passing the same thing because we are my children in school and are buying garri in the same market. and we enter the same bus, we are suffering the same thing. But to we that other tribe focus that anything happen na they will target Igbo man. To bet to you lose your property and your life, sit at home.
But the presidency or president is saying no protest is because he hope that he will lose popularity, not fear of violence.
I still maintain that position. That is the fucking fact. You can't change it. Let's stop beating around the bush. President is afraid of driving his name to the mall. You understand? That is what he's afraid of. Not afraid of the violence. Nothing like violence in protests. As they tell you, what is leading this protest is hunger, hardship, and insecurity. So that is just it. That's I still maintain it, and I still can give up on it. That is still the main focus of our president. That is his main aim for not want that protest to hold, but that protest is going to hold, my fellow Nigerians.
Okay, now let us get your thought because Onanuga, the presidential spokesman, is asking Obi come out and lead the
Obi, if Obi wants to lead the protest, he can lead the protest, but we don't need anybody to lead the protest. We don't need any politicians to lead the protest because all of them are the same. They are just about their career. They are just about their political career. They don't know what we masses are facing. We masses can lead the protest on our own. We don't need Obi to come and head the protest. No, no. We don't need Obi. We can do it on our own. We are the masses. Obi is not the leader of the protest. The leader of the protest, as I told you before, is hunger, hardship, and insecurity. Those people are the leader. Hunger, insecurity, and hardship. They are the leader of the protest. So we don't need the protest. Obi is not the leader of the protest. The leader of the protest, let me repeat it again: hunger, hardship, and insecurity. That is the leader of the protest.
Now, federal government through the office of Minister of Information and National Ocean have said that there are immediate currently there's 40,000 instead of 80,000, and it's happening all over the 36 states according to them.
Oh man, let me know the location if I can know the location because all those things it's like audio money. Everybody in Instagram have money. Everybody on Instagram, you can never see poor man in Instagram. But when it comes to reality, the video money, the video part is not video part. What they are mentioning is just audio part. That is just audio. That is just an audio food. Audio trust. Where is the video trust? All these things is just audio. You understand? I don't believe it till I see it, till I saw with my eyes. As I told you the other day, I bought beans, one pint of beans as 10,000. 4 days later, I bought the beans, one pint at 12,500. So where is those truck that they? No. I don't believe that. All those one is audio. When we see the video, we believe. All those one is still audio.
Now, talk to us about the government. Tell us that the student loan program that is part of election among
Just be like promise wey you just dey promise woman wey you wan fuck. After fucking the woman finish, come down you tell am say you no get any money. All this promise na promise wey you wan for wey you dey promise woman wey you wan fuck. We no be woman o, na government no fit dey fuck us every time. No. We don learn our lesson. You can't be just telling us something. No. Assuming they have that phone as they said on that social media. I'm a social media person. Or everything you are seeing on social media is just full of scam. Government is just scamming us. They scam you. No. We are done with it. We have to protest. We have to protest. The protest must take place tomorrow. Yes, we have to protest. The protest is taking place. Nothing can change our mindset. We want to protest. Yes, let's protest.
okay, we understand that Nigerians have right to protest.
Yeah.
But how do you now go to violence?
As I told you as a first place, nothing like violence. What Nigeria government is afraid for the name to be in a history that we protest about this APC government. That is their afraid. That is what they are afraid of. Violence is not among the protests. Not say we promise government no violence, nothing like violence. But let them stop being afraid of what is going to come out after the protest. Everybody is going to face it. That is just it. They have to lick their wound on their own. That is just it.
Okay, thank you very much. My promise is that violence, no violence.
Mr. David.
So the promise we have heard it from Mr. Stanley that the offense as such, the government should not be afraid because the government have made it clear. Even the president himself has said he protested in the past, that he's not afraid of protests. But the people are telling the government that there will be no violence. And the police IG have given the police formations across the country. Okay, Mr. David, come in. Is the spokesman or rather the president telling the president, Mr. Ahmed Bola Tinubu, he led protests in the past, cut and lead the protests.
Obi, yeah, now that is a challenge on the presidential candidate of Labour Party. It's true, because if Obi truly means it means well for Nigeria, he should do the same thing, and then that is the truth. We saw how Tinubu and his Lagos boys ganged up against the former president in person of Goodluck Jonathan. So Obi at this point, I expected the likes of Obi Atiku should be at the forefront, because see, these men are the face of the opposition party. You saw Tinubu was a mist of all these protests during his era. So for him to have thrown the challenge, so you see this thing, Onanuga said, I love it. If Obi does not come out on the 4th of August to protest, Pastor Matthew, I am telling you categorically, he has lost my vote already. He has, because it is not every time. You as a presidential candidate, you are not expected to always be on the Twitter. It is not Twitter matter now. It is not Facebook matter now. Come out as it's on ground. It is on ground. If I will be on ground, let the presidential candidate in whom I believe can turn the misfortune of Nigerians around, and then Nigeria at large, he should also be on ground to wear his view. First thing, Obi will tweet. Second thing, Obi will tweet. Obi should come and join the protest too for a better Nigeria. He contested. He was on the ballot box. Now he lost election. The election, and now imagine, see, Obi shouldn't have even waited for Onanuga to show him that for Onanuga to challenge him to come out and protest. If truly Obi wants to win the heart of Nigerians come 2027, he should be at the forefront, so that he to serve, so that fully he feels the pain and the agony of Nigerians. See, for the first time, I'm in support of what Onanuga said.
Now, react to what is coming from the Minister of Information and National Orientation. I'm talking about Mohammed Idris. Who is according to him, there is a 20 Trump. According to him, have been so instead of this, including FCT.
Since when the first subsidy removal was announced, the presidency have initiated lots of intervention, but the intervention keeps getting to the wrong people, getting to the wrong hands. I see, you want to give people something, why don't you give it to who are the target audience? It is the masses. You channel these foodstuffs to the governors. Governors indirect give the foodstuffs to the party chairmen, world leaders, party escorts. So you think this suffering would end? It will not end now. So these are two different things. You keep saying government is intervening, government is intervening, but still it has not reflected in the life of the ordinary man on the streets. Then see, what is the essence of the government intervention? Now you said there is a lot of loads of rice given to state government, given from federal government. Now the government has given the rice to the state governors. Now in return, state governors
we will hold those food and then give it to only card members of their party, both APC, PDP, and the Labour Party. This one, every party is inclusive. So what is the need of the word intervention? I think the government should create another mechanism in which this food should be shared and then get to the masses or the target audience, not given to state governors. Thief, thief something. You see, can go give thief. That is what it means. The federal government gets the food and then hand it over to the state governors. The state governors in the return would hand it over to the local government chairman. Local government chairman would now start taking it to the ward parties, caucus members of the APC, and then PDP, and of Labour Party. Who does that? If the federal government really want us to do this, federal government knows the way this food can get to us. I am not in best position to advise them. You saw it during COVID-19. America did lockdown, and then food go to every nooks, sorry, every citizens of America. So federal government should initiate that process and then let the food get to the common man, not giving it to the state governor.
I must say a very big thank you, Mr. David. Thank you very much for your time. We'll have next time. You have heard it. The issue has to do with the citizens obviously have right of peaceful protest, and that is guaranteed in Section 40 of 1999 Constitution as amended. Why we are laying this emphasis is so that the people know that yes, it is irrespective of maybe intimidation from any quarter, it is your right to protest. But why you do that, you do not have right to destroy lives and property. Do not forget that in Mr. Jinsa, you are welcome. I wanted to say, do not forget you are here, Mr. Jinsa. Let us get the presidency, the national meditation. I mean, Idris. Have not truck of food to eat. There's a rice. I sell 1,000 or 80,000. 36 days.
That is not what we said we want. You see, I don't know who are the advisors. I know sometimes when they go about doing some things, you started wondering, how are these people thinking? Who are those? You understand? Because what they want, what we say we want a safe farm place to farm. We said we want a subsidized price for fertilizer. We said we want tractors for farm for for farming, and so on and so forth. We want easy loan whereby the farmers have association. We have you go to their farm, you see the acres of land they have, and you can tell what crops do you want to back on. With this certain fertilizer, it will be okay for you. This certain amount of this will be okay for you to maintain this farm till it germinates, and so on and so forth. They didn't say that what the government. We never said we want the president to what the government to buy rice for us, because now the rice that you are saying there's no money. You are still buying. You still go and borrow money to buy rice again. Who will still pay the loan? You are still doing us. Who will still pay the debts rather? Because now it's a borrowed money. You are saying a borrowed money. You are into party. That's the result. A wise person will not borrow money to do naming or burial. A wise person will borrow money to what? To the business that will aid profit. So you can pay back and you have your own interest too. Now, have you seen the places? The what the market? You are what disrupt the market of rice, food items. Is rice only the problem of Nigeria? A tuber of yam is 10,000 naira. You carry only yam and only rice and corn. Someone that have purchased 50, 20, 100 bags of rice at the rate of 80 something, 90 something thousand. Do you want to have businesses? We did not crumble. You are competing with what? the citizens that are selling, and we as on a standard country, when we have market for normal citizens, there's supposed to be what government market also. The price we want, we almost in the case that we are, if not regulated, federal government, I know to markets or federal markets. What now? Road. What construction problem of Nigeria presently? Now that we know that is facing nothing, see, it's not road for now. Insecurity, cessation of Nigerian military force during Buhari time. Those Boko Haram that they gave amnesty, they were being sent to join the Nigerian military. It is bad. It's only in Nigeria that is happening. There is danger on.
Talk to us about Onanuga advising to emulate Tinubu and lead the protests. They are only support the protests.
You see, when who is Onanuga, by the way?
The presidential spokesman.
I know who is he. No. During Buhari time, we'll have about this president Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He has called President Tinubu different names, and that is credible, as discipline. We see someone like Onanuga is not a credible person. Yourself to be a leader of one group or council before. Does he know what it's about? The work of a leader. Has he been a local government chairman? Has he work? Can he even win councillor in the state that is from? They say he cannot grown man how to what operate his own. You cannot.
Agitator.
For Yoruba nation. Ideology. That under Yoruba nation, we are was the vice president of Nigeria. All this are disheartening. It's painful that where we supposed to meet head, we are sitting here. It's very bad. Where we forgetting what Nigerian One is the
government will address the one after.
you are doing that. If that are true pass, maybe by now, since when he has become president, how many times has the president addressed Nigerians? You're a president. Are you telling me that you don't know what has been going on? One thing I will not accept is a violence protest. Me, I cannot finish. I can, as I am, I cannot eat something that is hard. I'm not inside anything. I don't know. It's not about that. Because we should be doing that we are about to do is to let our intention know. We want you for you. He voted for you. You know, I was even telling some of my friends that don't worry. If Tinubu gets president, you will see that Bola Ahmed Tinubu will open the border because he's a businessman, he's a very oriented person, and he's a rational thing. Because he knows the importance of what? Opening the southern border here at Abeokuta here. Maybe within the time of Buhari, he opened the northern border. What is so special about the northern? What is the contribution of the northern in this economy in Nigeria? So now open our border also. Let us flow in. Because now you're saying that it's insecure going on in the farmland. And I said a certain amount of value security
What's the point of going?
What is the point of
Okay, what's
going to an interview?
interview? Okay, maybe the little bit. We are going to address that. I don't know whether noise is the issue.
Something thousand. And you are saying who will
Sorry, let us